everyone. I am here today to do a Facebook Live demonstration, card making demonstration. I'll get this one day, one of these days, using the stamp set called Amazing Silhouettes right here. All right, so first of all, I wasn't a big fan of this one, but I got it for free. And you can't beat free, right? So I got it for, actually, as being a demonstrator, Stampin' Up! Has a whole bunch of events, basically, that you can attend, and this was one that I got. I know Julie got this too, right? That, you know, we got it for free, and so it's totally worth playing around. And honestly, I found a really good technique that I think, well, it's not like I made up this technique, but it's one that works really well with this. So, hey, Julie, I was just talking to you. Yeah, you did get that one. Okay, cool. Hey, Nancy. Hey, James. There's probably one more person on here, so please say hi. I'll try to say hi back to you. So let's start this. The technique I'm thinking about is baby wipes. Okay, which is a silly, I don't know. It's obvious why it was named that, but it's kind of silly, isn't it? Baby wipes, right? Oh, and I have to tell you, it was kind of funny because, so today I substitute taught for elementary art, one of my favorite positions, because I love the younger kids, you know, I mean, I love all kids, but the younger kids are awesome. And so they're doing glazing. All right, and if you know anything about glazing, you know that so glaze is not just paint, it's basically powdered glass in a form that you can paint on. And if you put it in the kiln and you have any of that on the bottom of your piece, it will melt and stick to other pieces or the bottom of the kiln or anything like that. So I wrote in my notes, I was like, I wiped the bottoms of all the tiles, and I'm like, what? That doesn't sound right. So I didn't wipe anybody's bottom, but I wiped off the glaze from the bottom of the tiles. So it was kind of funny when I was reading it. I was like, I am not rewriting this, but it does sound wrong there. So anyway, that was all about baby wipes. So I'm going to flip you down and see what I am doing. All right. So, all right. So let's see. Well, it's a little bit tipped, but that's okay. Maybe I can do it. All right. Let's try that. I have a feeling that may not last forever, but we'll try it. All right. In fact, I probably should. It's probably a little late to do that now, but just to give you some more space of what I'm doing. But then you can't see exactly what I'm doing. So, all right. Anyway, let's go with this. So that you start with a baby wipe, and I use a styrofoam. Styrofoam's horrible for the environment, and I try not to buy it, but this does work really well. So unless you have an old plate that you're not using, I guess the styrofoam plate will do. The paper plates kind of soak through, so it doesn't really work. Hey Jill, glad you're here, and Mom. Oh, thank you for coming, my loyal friends and family. Okay, so basically I have two kinds of refill, mostly because I just hadn't gotten any other shades of blue, but that's what I wanted. So I'm going to put some drops here and there. I want to make kind of a strip in the middle. It will all eventually blend, soak in, whatever. But I want to like kind of make this kind of random, kind of. But it's going to start soaking in together. But I do want to focus the fun in the middle here. So it might take a minute or two. I'm getting a little impatient, aren't I? Isn't that pretty, actually, how it all spreads out? Kind of different shades of blue. Can you see that? It's pretty that it spreads out. I don't know. I'm easily amused. So, okay, so as that starts soaking, spreading, and all that, I have put this one on a stamp. Okay, and this is going to, hopefully this will work. I had this covered with the blue, and I didn't really want it so strong on the edges, so I'm going to try it this way. Okay, so let's put this off to the side because we're going to use this. All right, so most of this is going to be on the this very vanilla, but I am going to, I'll do this in a minute. All right, so, and I think I might put a piece behind it. All right, let's try it. In fact, we'll check it out on the scrap. All right, so basically I've made myself a new stamp pad, a custom-made stamp pad, and you can see it's all over that. So let's see how this looks. So it's a little on the light side. So what I'm going to do is kind of speed up the, whoops, you okay? You bumped, I knew it. I knew that would happen. All right, you are delicately balanced again. All right, so yeah, here we go. So I have this spritzer, and I just have plain water in it, but I'm going to make this a little juicier. Okay, and let's see if I can improve this now. Yeah, getting there. Isn't that pretty? Like I said, I wasn't sold on this at first, but I'm getting more and more sold on it. Okay, so all right, so I have a couple options, and I can show you. Here's one. All right, this is very, very basic, very simple. I only stamped it once. All right, but I'm going to stamp it more than once. I'm going to try it, and I think you'll like it. So let's see. I will do one for the most part in the center, a little off center. Oh yeah, I was gonna put the pad underneath it. Hopefully that didn't mess it up, but all right, pretty. Now I'm gonna do a couple more, but before I get too far, I actually want to put the words. I'm gonna put that over here. All right, and I'm going to use this because it's all out already. So these words come from the stamp set Special Moments. Okay, and we're going to do Just a Little High from Me. Now this is one of the last chances that you can have to get Special Moments, because this is a celebration set, and you can get this free with any $100 purchase. So got a lot of great words on that. It would be very worth it. But I wanted to use this while we have it, and so I'm going to have just a little high for me, which I should have made the tree over more, but oh well. All right, so it's too late now. All right, so I'm going to put this post-it note, and honestly, I think I might make a new post-it note because I was able to see through it to see where the words were, and that was so handy. All right, so Let's see. And I just kind of played around with this until I found the right size. So, all right. So I'm going to mask this little area. Do you see how you can see the words through it now? Okay. So here, so you can see the words through it. Okay. So I'm covering that up, and now I'm going to stamp again. And we're going to kind of make a little set of woods here. And we'll do another one over here. There. That's pretty. And then we can take this off for the reveal. And that's got just a little high for me. Oop, gotta show it under the actual camera here. All right, so now I can use this. So I'm going to attach that, and let me get this. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal and my silicone mat because I'm tired of getting sticky stuff all over my tabletop, and it does not stick to this silicone mat. So unfortunately I have to sometimes prime it a little bit, but small price to pay. All right, and then I can put this on here. Yeah, I really need to do something about this. Like, giving you guys more space. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Really? Okay. I'm going to may regret this, but it just seems awfully close. Okay. Now, that's way better. Way better. Okay, that was a good call. All right, so that's really pretty, huh? Now I'm going to do my little fancy trick that makes it a little easier to attach, make tighter bows, if that makes sense. All right, so I'm going to put this on the back, and I will, let's see, where would be a good spot? This is almost like the ground, but it's obviously not. Or it could be the ground, and this could be a reflection. I'm going to go with that one. All right, so it kind of helps make the word show, too. So that's about, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch up. I really like this denim ribbon. We had this before, and then it was discontinued, and then it came back. And I hope they have it in the next catalog. I really do. It's pretty close to navy, light of navy. All right, so there I have that, and I think I'm going to raise this up. So I have some, I'm just going to use regular dimensionals, although I have to say I found a card that was pretty old, and it was a little saggy, and I was a little bit sad about it. So, well, I was more than a little bit sad about it, but I put 2 layers of dimensionals. So I kind of was asking for it in a way, because I didn't put the dimensionals directly on top of each other. So like the top layer, and then I put a dimensional on the second layer, and so it like pushed down in, so it kind of like defeated the purpose. But so if you were to do this again, you should always put the dimensionals on top of the dimensionals that are underneath it. as close as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's sort of it will be stronger. Okay, so I'll just take these off quick. I think I'm only going to do 2 today. I think I'm being a little bit well, I don't know. I don't know that everybody wants to watch an hour worth, but 2 cards would be enough. And I'm really hoping to start up my stamp camps again. So maybe cutting back to 2 cards would be a good idea so that I have enough time and energy to do those. So, all right, so I'm going to try to... All right, center that. And then I still have this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it underneath, just like that, and I'm going to tie a simple knot. Yeah, it's that easy. Okay, and let's see. You might want to trim that down. The cool thing too about this is it slides. So if you want to put it more one way or the other, you can. There. So very simple, really. But it's really classy, I think. My humble opinion here. So, all right. So that's 1 card using Amazing Silhouettes. Or is it Amazing? Yeah, Amazing Silhouettes. Okay. So, and here was the other one with only 1 tree. So you decide. I'm leaning toward the 3 trees myself, but okay. So the next card. Oh! Before I go too far, I wanted to show you. Here is another use of it. I'm not going to show you. I'm not going to demonstrate this one. I mean, I could, but basically, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you really want me to do this. Okay. Because I could cut this really quick. So this is on watercolor paper, really good, the good stuff that we sell. And I'll have to tell you, I used to get watercolor paper just from like Michael's or something and cut it up, but this is smooth, way better. I was surprised. I'm going to have to find that or just invest, because I know the sheets are not very big, but it's really nice quality stuff. So what I did was I stamped with the Bashful, was it Bashful? That was the old kind, right? Balmy Blue. And took my watercolor, or what is it called? The water painter, and just blended it out. And that goes on, the way the rest of it is. Then after I let that dry a tad bit, I took the ink and I did kind of the tree trunk, and this is the mint macaron, and a little bit, well, at first I did the whole thing in the brown, and then I said, no, I need some green, so then I added it. That's why I have some brown. I think in the future I would not do all the brown on the sides, but so that this is another way you can use this. Look how completely different they are, really, so yeah, it's something. Oh, and I do like the dies that come with this. I am still hoping to get those. I may in the next order. I'm not sure, because I do like those too. But choices, right? So, yeah, maybe I'll get them in the next one. We'll see. Anyway, so that's another option for that particular stamp. So here, let me get this other one. The next one, I don't know if I should show you the finished card. Well, here, I'll show it to you really quick. Okay? So, we start with flat, and then we start, like, coming up, literally. And then the last one is almost completely popped up. Okay, and that's all using that one stamp. So let me show you how I did that. Okay, so first, oh, and I had some speckles on the back too I wanted to show you. All right, so there's not too many supplies for this one, which is awesome. All right, so I have Granny Apple Green, Flirty Flamingo, and Mango Melody. And then I have that butterfly stamp. Okay. And I have the Memento ink. And this is like Playful Pets pack or something like that. And then these are 1 3/4. I just realized in my example I made them smaller or bigger. Let me cut that really quick because I think that's going to look better at the bigger size. Alright, so that's going to be 1 7/8 now. Okay. My cutter, I'm getting a new cutter. I decided. I love my cutter here, but it's getting super dull and I've looked everywhere and I can't get, since this became discontinued and it was patent pending, the blades are not available, and I tried sharpening mine and with only mild success. So this actually, until it dies, which I guess is not very appropriate to say because actually I got this from our friend Lynn, who passed from breast cancer in 2020. And she was one of my best customers, one of my best friends, really. So I know that she would be really happy that I'm using it. Truly. I think all of you that know her agree with that. So, but unfortunately, I don't know how much longer I'll be able to use this. So, all right. So there are 3 new ones that are 1 7/8, and then these are 2-inch squares. Oh my gosh! I just realized I didn't make the Mango Melody one. Good thing I have some handy dandy cardstock. And let's do this. 2 inches. Oops, not going to do this off. You guys, sort of like when I know Jill was telling me about somebody who talks with their hands the whole time and doesn't actually demonstrate. And that would be not something I want to do. I want to be giving you guys ideas and teaching you things and all that stuff as much as I can. So, all right. I love these colors together. Aren't they pretty? Okay, so let's put these out of the way. We could fold this, and I probably should have scored it while I had it up, but here's a bone folder. Okay, all right, nice crisp fold. All right, so all right, so these I'm going to stamp. Yeah, I'm going to put a pad. The one thing I wish would be a little bit better is I love this distinctive. That's the name of the dot matrix kind of thing that's behind it, so it looks like it's some of it's darker and some of it's lighter. I wish that was a little bit darker, generally speaking. So, all right, I am going to start with Flirty Flamingo. Try to get that nice and juicy without getting the edges. Drives me nuts when it does the edges. All right, and so I'm going to stamp that right there. Okay. All right, so pink Lady Flamingo done. And then to clean it would be wise. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Chamois. I know it's stained up, but it works great. All right, next, Granny Apple Green. Next up, right. And get that nice green. All right, and all right, let's try that again. Press too hard, just too much in there. Okay, hopefully that's not too far down. Probably would have been better, a little higher. And then let's clean that. Okay, so that even got the stuff off the inside where I pressed too hard. And then, that's funny too, because it's one of my pet peeves when people smash that thing into the ink. I mean, people don't know better. These are very juicy, and it's definitely not necessary to smash it. These firm foam pads. So, all right, last one. I just can't do this. Let's try that one again. Okay. Still making them a little low, but that will do. Okay. So here's where the real trick comes in, okay, is using the snips, all right? So the first one is the pink, and then the mango, and apple. Okay, and so I want that to, like I showed you, kind of grow and pop up out. So basically, where this is fun fact for the as the art teacher, okay, we learn about elements of art, and one of them is line. All right, there's a lot of different ways to express line, and one of them is implied line. So what that means is, you see how this goes, and then because of the way the shapes are, we kind of like assume that there's a line here. All right, we might not see it, but there, or here is even better. That's not as obvious. But over here would be implied line. Okay, so there you go. I taught you a little about elements of art from the art teacher. All right, and then I'm gonna generally, so I'm just gonna do the outer edge of this. My hands are, yeah, this, I didn't stamp this in a fantastic spot here. Oh, bless you. But we'll make it work. All right, so it's important that the outside edge can curl up. All right, and don't cut it off if you can help it. All right, so that's curling up. Okay, and then let's do that over here too. Come on, come on. Okay, and then here. And you can curl that up a bit. See if you can curl that the side of your thumb. I happen to have very dry, cracked hands that were really hurting. So to get that, because I kept bumping it, I put a Band-Aid on it. Now everything's sticky. It's very annoying. But at least, I mean, I took the Band-Aid off at least for you, so. Okay, so I just have that coming up a little bit. So what I will do is glue the parts that would be down, which would be these parts, and the part in the middle, and this part up here, and this part up here, or down here, side here. Okay. And that will go here on my little 2-inch square. Okay, since I didn't put any glue underneath the wings, I'm going to put that right up against it so you won't see that. Definitely in the future, I would make that closer to the top so that there is no crack there. My first example was better. Okay, so that one, you see how the wings are just starting to come up. This one can be attached because it's going to be flat. And then the Granny Apple Green is going to be a little bit more. I'm even going to do the antennas on this one. So I'm going to assume that the wings are way up here. I'm going to go all the way down to the body. Actually, we're going to do the getting these little white antenna out, and make sure they're still attached at the bottom. You know what? It should still work. So I'm hoping it'll look like it's just kind of like coming right off the paper, right out of the card. That little illusion. All right, and then I'm going to do this part over here. So this green background will be still attached. I'm proud of this one. Came up with this all by myself. All right. All right, so that is literally only attached way down here. Can you see that? Okay, so let's put that, we can curl these up a little bit. You could, I know sometimes when I'm curling things, let's see, trying to Stampin' Up something. Okay, so you could curve it with something that's already rounded. Okay, that helps sometimes. wrap it around a pencil or something. Although those have barrels, right? That a little bit bumpy. So there, actually I like how that came out. All right, let's put that on the green. And then right there on the body, but nothing else of the butterfly. And then we can put this on. And these are going to be flat, so you can put glue on it all the way down. So there we go. Oh my gosh. I put the glue on the wrong side. Oh, jeez. Well, you know, I gotta make one mistake per time, right? I was like, why is this not fitting? Now I understand. Because, you know, I messed up. That is why it's not fitting. Because they are not reversible. There we go. All right, well, I'll have to let that dry and use the what's it called? The rubber cement remover thing. Adhesive remover. There we go. Okay, so there we have that. Yeah, it wouldn't be a video if I didn't do something wrong. I goofed on something, so maybe that'll be my one thing. All right, so here I have my butterflies, and then let's see. Now I think I want to put some what's it called? Speckles. So I figured out a cool way to do this. All right, so this is a watercolor pencil, and then this, I end up having to use quite a bit of water on this, and it gets very black and takes a while to get off. But if you want, this is a great thing. You know, I might move these because they're in the splash zone, if you will. All right, so basically what I'm going to do is just kind of, here, I've got to add some water to this. All right. Whoop. Check that out. Oh, I did get some. Oh, yeah, this stinks. Okay, I'm bad craftsmanship. Oh my gosh. Do what I say, not what I do. Oh, now I'm really getting speckles on it. Isn't that cool? That's pretty easy, huh? All right, you could even, that's limited, that doesn't really work too well. So unfortunately, to get it off, it does kind of take a bit of brush cleaning here. Squeezing the water, getting it. It takes a while, but you can get off all of that. All right. Okay, so now I have some speckles. Kind of more than I wanted, and they all got all over my pink one. This so figures. No, it's too small. While that's drying, give that a couple minutes. I will stamp this one again. This just makes me sad. That's all. All right, I guess 2 strikes. 2 strikes. Because, of course, I used a messed up card. Oh, I know. So I'm going to use another messed up card. While that dries, my speckles. All right, so that'll be a 2-inch. So you like the new cutter, Julie? I'm glad to hear that because I'm very sad. I actually really like this one that I just used there. It's longer, like I can do a 5.5-inch score without any issue whatsoever. And let's see. I lost it. Okay. Let me wash this too. Yeah, so I like that cutter, and I like how it locks too. Does the new one lock? I didn't notice that because it's kind of going off the page on this new catalog, and I didn't go back and look at the old catalog. All right. Take 2. Okay. My speckles are probably almost done, which is good because, you know, you have other things to do tonight too. Although I can't say enough how awesome you are for coming to this video. All right, let's come back to this. I think that is dry now, but I'm not going to smear it just in case. So, all right, so what I want to do is I'm going to attach this up here, about a 1/4 inch all around. I'm going to add the green one. Super bummed about that, but oh, I gotta raise that one up. Here are my minis. So it's funny, I must expend energy while I'm thinking and talking. I know, like today, it was just so hot. I swear, that classroom that I was in today, I think it was like 80. It was crazy hot. And I had to open the windows. I mean, this is February. Shouldn't have to open the windows in February. But the rest of the school is fine. So whatever the problem is, it's been that way for like a year now. So I layered today, but I was cold here at home, so I put my sweater back on, and now I'm hot again. So, all right. So I like this striped baker's twine. I'm going to do this the traditional way. So, all right. So you see that? I'm using my middle finger to hold down my knot. If I had a friend to hold it, I could do that too, but it's easier just to do it myself. All right, and then wrap that around. I think you probably made the tail a little long on this one, but hey, I kind of like long tails sometimes. All right, and then just trim that a little bit. Okay, so we got a little bit of black in the background. We have some black in this bow, which might be a little bit high. Okay, and then this one is going to go right here. So it's kind of got to bridge this, and I thought about raising that up too. That would be 2 that are raised up here, and this is sort of that transitional one. So what I ended up doing was using glue dots. I might even move this over a little bit. So I used these glue dots, mini glue dots, and then put them along the far edge here, because it's going to go over the baker's twine and grip to the paper. And then I just probably need a couple over here. Not as much over here. It's not the issue. It's the stress over that string here. All right, and then tuck that in a tad. Make this the same as over here. That's a good design tip for you. And then also remember, this goes around this way. So I normally, like 90% of the time, start in the top left and go to the right. But I'm like, I'm going to change it up a little. I tried it the other way, and honestly, with the word that I haven't print stamped yet, where I put it, it was like not quite ideal. So I'm going to do it this way. And then the word, where's the word? This teeny tiny words that says best wishes. So memento ink. I'm going to stamp that hopefully right here. And so alignment is the key word in my graphic design days. So I'm going to align the end up with the edge of this. All right. Okay. So that's a pretty well designed card, even though it starts in the right hand corner and comes down. Okay. So hopefully you like that. I like the colors. I do. The speckles were fun. A little messy, but I have a class called Let's Get Messy because I'm not afraid of mess. I mean, I spent, I don't know, 80% of the time that I was not teaching today cleaning. So I'm used to it. Which you would not believe to look at my house, right, James? I am a little messy, but it's mostly because I just have too much stuff to manage. So here are the cards. I didn't demonstrate this one, but I did show you that one. And then I also want to point out, so these are the cards using that stamp set. And I also, I worked on another card, and I'm just not thrilled with it. And I hate to show you things that I'm less than happy with before they're done. So I will try. Oh, I do. That makes me think. I have some other things that I improved upon from past times. But before I go too far, over here I have this month's host codes right here. And it is on my website, youcanstamp.com. And please use this code if you are ordering under $150, because I can put all those together and make a workshop, and then I can get more stuff to demonstrate. And we all like that, right? I know I do. And, you know, it's fun. So here are some of the things that previously I demonstrated. One that kind of, it was like the same colors, but it was this way. And it was on white, and So I like completely redid that. But that's that little guy. So, but I used this concept of the white colored pencil on the color paper. Okay. And I try to make it look shiny. So that is why I wanted to show you that. And then these are obviously from different stamp sets that I have done previously. Now, these I did 2 weeks ago, I think. And while this is a very nice little medallion type of thing, and those are cute, I decided they just was too much, too flashy, too much. And so I simplified them even more. Okay. So now I just have a simple with sympathy, and I have, this was based on, do you remember this card, which I did at the same time as those, but with the two labels on top of each other? So I kind of took that idea and combined it with the other one. So I think this worked actually a lot better when it comes down to it. Although if I would have demonstrated that, this would have been like copying the same, I don't know, motif really. So I'm glad I did it the way I did it, but just want to show you another option. And then here is, this is the one that I demonstrated that day too. And then here is another version with different colors, because the way the tulips cut, it was not quite the same where the yellow balances there. So I basically did with peach. So, and I also added some more shading in the leaves, which I think looks even better too. So, yes, thank you. I hope you did enjoy my cards and that you'll come back next Tuesday. And if you have the set like Julie does, maybe you'll play around with it and have some really awesome cards as well. So I'd love to see whatever you have. I love show and tell. So by all means, share this and try things out. And oh, this is the last week of Celebration. So if you wanted to get that stamp set, for example, I know some of you have ordered already, which is awesome. I hope you enjoy the items that you got. I lost the word stamp already. There's not even that much stuff on the table. What's up with that? All right, well, the one that's, here it is. Okay, this one, Special Moments. Okay, so that one's for $100, but you can also get all these other things. There's this one with the rainbow paper, that's for $50. Anyway, this is the last week to take advantage of that, so be sure to do that, and you can go to my my website to learn more about that, or email me, june@youcanstamp.com. All right, well, it is time, so my alarm was going to go off in 4 minutes, so I hope everyone has a wonderful night, and thank you again for joining me. It really means a lot to me. All right, take care. Happy stamping. Bye.